Would you believe I did the thing again? Where I just have been sitting here talking for a minute because I forgot to start streaming. Of all the mistakes that I make when streaming, not actually streaming is an impressive one. That's pretty impressive. How did I manage that? I don't even know. Hi, it's me. I don't have a ton of time, but a few things I want to talk about. One of those things is, I do want to talk about how embarrassed I am by the last time I was streaming and how I became the worst programmer on earth and did not see like the most obvious thing. And I knew it was a dumb mistake. I knew it was. And in fact, I think I've said this before, but I'm at a point in my life where I want things to be dumb mistakes because hard problems are hard. And if it's just a dumb mistake that's easy to fix, great. Like I can let go of the ego part of that. But this one is so dumb. And I don't have a great excuse except I was tired, etc., etc., etc. And I was using that library, debounce 2, which somehow I thought I was just using the library wrong. When the actual real issue was this right here. The actual real issue was that and it's like rookie stuff. It's like week 1 C programming. I guess in this case C++, but the premise is there. So, and I found it pretty quickly after streaming because I was like, okay, why did I spend so much time trying to get this library to work that I don't even care about, that does something that is so simple, which is just this. This is basically the logic that I care about, which is like, hey, did this thing change? Or like, has it been the same for some amount of time? So in other words, like if it's just bouncing a lot, I don't consider that a change. But if it seems like it's been stable for 50 milliseconds, whatever I just said the delay is, then we consider it a button press. That's all it does. And I don't know why I got so fixated on trying to get that library to work. But then it became like I became fascinated in the problem and not the thing I was trying to do. Like my goal, I lost sight of my goals. I was just like, why is this not working? And I knew it was dumb. And when I was rewriting it, I tried to do things just the way I would normally do things. And so I rewrote this part in the more like C-like way, which was just give me a pointer in there. Like, give me a pointer inside there because I want to modify the real deal, not just some copy of it. And then that's when I realized that I had been doing this, and admittedly, this was new to me, this syntax that like for each kind of style thing in C++, I just hadn't done before. That's my dumb excuse, I guess, but I still should have seen it just based on the symptoms. But long story short, doing this is iterating over buttons, but it's iterating by value. So I'm essentially getting a copy of the button. So when I initialize this button, I initialize it and then it goes in the trash. Like, it's just a copy of the real deal. Same thing down here when I'm trying to like process the buttons. When I didn't have the little, whatever you call that, the little reference indicator. Who's clicking my face? The reference indicator, I was just modifying a value and then it's gone. It's in the trash. And so all it takes is that, and then I'm modifying the real deal. Very embarrassing. I also got Platform IO working reasonably well. I've also switched over to RP 2040 based board for some reasons that are probably explicable. But anyway, that's with like, I got real into the weeds, like trying to come up with build environments that I didn't hate. And why can't I connect to COM9? That's weird. And so I tried it with like the Arduino VS Code plugin. I tried it with the Arduino CLI, just kind of like hand rolling. A message from a ghost. What does it say? It says, hi, hello. Thanks for not writing any expletives. I did have, that Twitch thing happened. I finally heard from Twitch. I think I can talk about the Twitch thing now. It's just, it was a heat map that a whole lot of people used. Like, I think they got 30,000 clicks in a very short amount of time. So, and apparently it all worked. Apparently it was all good. So all the like hand wringing that I did over heat, I think it was worth it. So we still have a lot of work to do on heat, but we made it through that thing. Is that a happy pumpkin? Like a jack-o'-lantern? But one of the things I had to do for that thing was try to make it so, you know, when people were clicking 30,000 times, however big their audience was, I don't even know, probably in the thousands, maybe 10,000 plus, I don't know. That, you know, I didn't want them to draw inappropriate things or write inappropriate things, and so I made that version real animated and real squiggly. Maybe I should just use that version now. I don't know if I can do that. Anywho, all that aside, the thing that I really wanted to talk about with the limited time I have today is I hate the project chip code base that we've looked at various ways. I hate it. It's like the worst dev experience I've ever had, or among them in recent memory. It's just like so clunky and so lame and so difficult even to get the tool chain going, and has like an ungodly number of dependencies. And I was pretty close to just throwing in the towel on it and being like, we're not going to do this. I'm going to like do it with using something else. But then I found this, where somebody is basically just re-implementing it in Node.js because, well, they agree with me, basically. They say, the original code base is platform dependent, finicky tool version requirements, and is over 8 gig with all dependencies, which is ludicrous. 8 gig of dependencies to like turn a light bulb on. Anyway, this tool is less than 500K, etc., etc. So this is very work in progress, and I'm pretty confused by it because it almost seems like it now has official support from Chip. I don't know. Kind of unfortunately, it hasn't been updated in a minute. There is all this stuff that's migrate to Matter.js, which I was getting pretty confused by because Matter.js now looks to be a like that's hosted by Project Chip, so I can't quite tell what's going on. And so I'm a little confused, but anyway, we're not even gonna look at that today. It gives me confidence that in the future we'll just be able to use Node.js for all the Matter stuff we've been doing. And I just want to set up a new project to start with some of the like the Node.js based MIDI processing. Start that side, because I feel like the Matter side, you know, hopefully over the next few weeks starts to become usable. It seems like Matter's actually, like the initial iOS implementation seems very broken, unfortunately. Like in multiple tests that I've done multiple different ways, it seems like the Home app, Apple's Home app Matter implementation seems a little fuzzy. So anyway, let's try this. What's wrong? Why? What's it called? What's the package called? I thought it was just called MIDI. MIDI. What? Why can't? Oh, is it a stupid JIP thing? Ugh. Well, this sucks. Man, why is everything such a hassle? JIP error not okay, thanks. Thank you for that. Why did the command fail? JIP info, it worked if it ends with okay. Seems like a no. So what is the error? MS build. Is this not, I thought maybe I don't actually. I don't do much of this kind of development on Windows. Usually this is stuff I would do on Mac OS. We've gone through the like nightmare of setting up like whatever space is. What? Does this exist? Is my question. So I wonder why I can't do this. Okay, what do I actually need here? We're building this on Windows. I don't know if I've ever done that. Ugh, why is everything always a pain? I have some version of Python. I have some version of MSVC, I think. Okay. What's actually wrong here? Windows SDK version, whatever. Oh, I see. Okay. That's fine. It's probably my fault. I did a lot of cleanup. Maybe Is that the version I want? How do I get the version that I want? Or does it matter? Where are the SDKs version 10? Feels suspicious about this version number not matching, but okay. One, why do I only have 9 gig available? Probably because of a bunch of stupid virtual machine stuff. 2, why is this 3 gig? Unfortunately, I don't actually know what I need, or I'm definitely not building any ARM apps. Ugh, whatever. Okay. Well, that doesn't leave a lot of space, does it? I don't remember where Docker sticks all its garbage. Hey, don't show that. I can't even move it from the screen? Incredible. Please use heat to censor what I'm doing. Are you making the progress bar, Phil? I appreciate that. Okay. I don't like showing my email on stream, but at this point, I've done it 7 trillion times. So, what are you gonna do? So unfortunately, I think my Windows subsystem for Linux install is like ruined now. I don't know actually, since I did it with Docker. Let's say it's removing VM and images. Is that true? Hey, how much garbage companies stick on my C drive that belongs to me. It doesn't belong to them. And then even when I remove their bad, stupid software, it leaves their garbage all over my home. So I feel like we're gonna have to go hunt down some like app data local low kind of business. Do need to just order a new machine, really do. It's sitting in my cart right now. Don't tell Grimbone, but it is no machine. No machine. Shh. Shh. I think this is my current iteration. I don't know. This motherboard was on sale and now it's not. Now it seems really expensive. But this is the basics, right? Why'd the price go down? What happened? That's very suspicious. That 1 terabyte 980 Pro is on sale, which is cool. Guess this dropped a little bit, not that much. Oh, this cooler's not listing a price, so that's like a $50 cooler. I don't know. Problem is, what the heck? This is so slow. What the heck to do about a video card? There's rumors. Are you adding everything to the cart? This is a very interactive stream. There was a buy. Clicking on the buy links. I should just do that. I should just wire up heat to a web browser and just let you do whatever you want and buy whatever you want. There's rumors that the 480 might get a price drop. I mean, I don't know how substantiated these are at all, but the rumors exist regardless of how valid they may or may not be, which would kind of make sense just because it's going to go head to head. Those new AMD chips are out in a week, or boards are out in a week. So there's a rumor that it might drop $100 or $200. Why is everything so expensive? Good heavens, why is it still so expensive? Okay, not just Amazon, everywhere. Is this really in stock? If this was in stock, it would be worth buying right now, probably. Actually, look at all these 4080s. Are these really in stock? What? Asus in stock. I don't believe you. It's not. You're not in stock. It's not in stock at all. It's not in stock anywhere except for Amazon with a huge markup. So, thanks for lying. I feel like that's not a bad card though. I don't know. I mean, I definitely am thinking I should just buy, build the computer, stick the get a card later. Is that crazy? What do we actually have for, what is available? Cool. Look at that 730. Nice. $30.50 on sale. Okay, can we get like a grown-up card? Grown-ups? You got anything? No. What about those? I would like the Asus, I think. We deal with that. I feel like people, in my mind, Zotac has a slightly bad rap these days. Is that true? Do you have cards that are on sale that a human can buy? Out of stock. This says B&H says it is in stock. That is a lie. B&H have anything? Oh, is this in stock? It's 200 extra, but it's for the OC. We still just downloading. Are we stuck downloading or something? Do we have a space? I have a lot of storage in this computer, just not on that drive. Okay, we have more free then. Killing Docker seeming. I have no idea how Docker was taking 40 gig. Trying to get that frickin' Project Chip stuff to work. Disastrous. Is that worth it? That can't be worth it. Why is it? Is it really $200 more for the OC? $14. It's like the price of the rest of my entire computer. I don't know. Now that I know that the Twitch thing went well and they're going to pay me, which would have been weird if they didn't, but I was, get a little nervous sometimes. It's like, I didn't hear anything. Okay, well, that's lame. Can you put a yarn in it? Like an NPM in it? I guess you can. Why are there no files? What? You would have thought that would make a yarn.lockily. There it is, right in front of my face. Okay, so I like node daemon and all that stuff, right? Or nodemon. I don't always think of it as node daemon. So kind of the thing I want to accomplish here is something like this. That is sort of like, we'll have an array, excuse me, of like a sequence. Also, I want you to be TypeScript. It's probably need to install something to make that work. Actually, I'm a little curious. What are you doing over here? That's no matter. So we're using Mocha here. That's for running tests, right? But the test. Is that true? The test framework or something else? Yeah, I don't want that. Well, like, can you do nodemon TypeScript? Is that a thing you can do? Seems like a thing you should be able to do. Is that really all I need? Why would I have to add if I'm doing npx for nodemon? That doesn't seem true. Oh, you do have to. Okay. Great. Hey. What are we doing? Wait, what module's missing? Oh. We don't get that if we just install TS node? I guess not. We gotta do this because I've just been using Parcel lately that does all the magic things for you. We're doing great. What? Is that not how you log things in Node? What? Excuse me? Logger? What's the logger do? Console.info. Is that just not a thing anymore? Am I losing my mind? Okay, this is absurd. I just don't even know. I'm sure this is just some incredibly obvious, it's a very silly thing. I need some types. Okay, so it is a silly thing, because that just seemed ludicrous. I don't want NPM. My mistake. Okay, this is silly. Okay, so we need to, we do want to at least have, what? How do you do it? Scripts? Dev, and just like... That gonna work? What? Why doesn't that work? Is that a little weird? Okay. Anywho, so we're still just waiting for Windows to do stuff. Really, why are you so slow? Okay. Anyway, the idea would be something like this, where you'd have like C, D, E, right? So that'd be 60, 62, 64 in MIDI, or like middle C. Oopsie. Like, I just had some little MIDI thing. Is it Pocket MIDI? Pocket MIDI? No? There it is. Okay. We're not talking to anybody. Oh, we do have our little buddy there. Cute. Let me throw that dump stuff back. 40, anyway, that's 48, so is it C5? C6? Is 60? That doesn't sound right. I guess it is true. So 60, 60, yeah, it was C, D, E, Do, Re, Mi, it would be 60, 62, 64. So what we want to do is just like a very simple Do, Re, Mi. And we want to keep a buffer. I'm going to do this the silliest way possible. We just want some kind of like queue of notes, basically. But let's just and the idea is as new notes come in, buffer? We'll check the buffer. So just for kicks, let's say I typed something like this. And then I would do something like, what's the syntax for this? I'm gonna just do patterns dot for each. I'm gonna do this. Well, I'm missing some VS Code stuff. Shouldn't VS Code be falling all over itself to help me? A pattern. And then I need to match the sequence. So is there like some magical... I guess I could just iterate backwards from the end of the array. Oh, sorry, the end of the sequence. Or forward with like an offset from the end. But it kind of feels like let I equal no, okay, I'm gonna go backwards while going forward. It's gonna be like let I equal 0, I plus plus, or sorry, I is less than the pattern dot sequence. Why am I not getting any code completion? Seem weird. Forget to do something. Oops. Mastronic, how's it going? Well, I appreciate that. I'm interested to see where I get with this too. I think it'll be fun. So the idea, just to state the idea, is one, so I can have these devices, like the industrial taxidermy devices, where we can like just get MIDI notes out of this and connect that to home automation. And then also, so I can plug in a MIDI piano and play Mary Had a Little Lamb, or really play something. I think it'd be funny. It was like you play the beginning of Moonlight Sonata and it gets dark and the lights turn blue. Or you play that one song. What's that one song that's always the morning song? That song? What is that song? The morning... It's like always the morning song. I can't place it. Anyway, you play a few notes from that song, the lights will turn on. So, what I'm going to do is say, like, the sequence index. Yeah, what is that name? What is that morning song? Classical. Is it Greek? Yes. Got a little Greek in the morning. I know. Well, it's gonna be even worse. It's gonna be even crazier when like Chat GPT kind of stuff is just built into Google, and you can just have a conversation and be like, you know that thing that kind of sounds like this, like, I mean, I remember that back to like, I think some of the first King's Quest games started that way. I think it was like very much a video game trope of a certain era to like wake up and have that song play. Okay, let's try to install. Oops, let I equal 0. So we want the sequence index to be equal to pattern.sequence.length minus I. We're working backwards. Let buffer index equal buffer.length minus I. We really only want to do this if the buffer is longer than a sequence. So if buffer.length is greater than or equal to pattern.sequence.length. Yeah, from Pure Gent. I think Pure Gent has a lot of bangers in it. A lot of very recognizable jams. I think so. I think at least to start with. I mean, ideally, if I can get all the Matter stuff working, you will do the connectivity in, like, you will connect the dots in, like, your Apple Home app or whatever. But at least the first step, yeah, is like hardware to hardware. But you could use software too. I mean, the okay, there's really lots of ways actually. We could send MIDI into this. Get fancy. I like MIDI. It's good. They did a good job with MIDI. They announced MIDI 2.0 a few years ago, but like MIDI's already good. I can't remember if they added networking MIDI 2.0. Okay, so the idea would be buffer index is always -1 and then -I, and we're just going to work our way backwards. And we just want to say like if buffer index is not equal, it's not how you spell buffer at all. If the buffer index is not equal to the pattern.sequence dot sequence index, then we just want to we break here. How do we get out of the for loop? Getting my languages mixed up. Like, how do you do that? I think you like a for each loop. I think is actually annoying and is a little hard to get. Oh, but this is not. It's not a for each loop. I forgot. This is the for each loop. We're not breaking out of there. We want to break out of here. And then if we make it this far, presumably there's going to match. Maybe. Okay. Let's try to like actually write some programming. I'm like, why is IntelliSense not working? It's kind of throwing me off, I gotta say. And why is this taking so long for me to save a file? That's amazing. Why is it taking this long for me to just save a text file? Why is everything so bad? Okay. Yarn add maybe. Let's try this now. Maybe we can make all our JIP stuff work, whatever. And maybe we'll exit VS Code and see if we magically come back with I don't have to restart my computer or something stupid to get the change the SDK version in the project property right in the solution. That would be okay. Remember when I was like nervous about having the wrong SDK version? Maybe I was rightly. Okay, we'll go away. Let's go back to you. Do I? I don't think so. Okay, like ignoring the MIDI problem for a minute. What is your problem? Well, one is you got to write JavaScript, so it seems like we at least have IntelliSense back. Will this work? Okay, so we got a match, right? And so normally we would want to say, I guess we don't have to terminate. No, don't. I mean, who knows if I wrote that right? It'd be kind of cool if I wrote it correctly in the first try. There is a problem with like breaking out of a for each that I can't quite remember. I think you actually don't use a for each. I think you need it. There's like another. Yeah, use every instead. Which is weird, because I want to like return false when true is happening. So this is a slightly weird one, but every. So I'm breaking here. Now, if I get a match, I actually want to return false. Like, essentially, I'm saying, like, if I make it this far, it's because there wasn't a match. So I'm returning false. This is pretty weird. It's pretty weird to think about. Because if well, I only want to do this actually if I was successful. So the idea would be let match equals true, and then if this happens, match is false. This is weird. So if there's a match, we return false. Because we actually want to fully bail. So let's put a non-matchy pattern here. So we got no match, then we got a match. Let's put a non-matchy after, because we really should fully bail when we get a match. Okay, we get a match and then we bail. So I think this is like vaguely sort of working. Okay, back to MIDI. This is hurting my feelings. Does it really have to be the exact SDK version? Can I like sneak? This is probably a bad idea. The thing I'm about to do is probably a bad idea. Like if we go into the MIDI, dude, is there a so it's no longer just MIDI build. And check out this VS Code project. Is that really normally there? Let's see. Like, just get out of here fully. Or does it try to do some kind of thing? It's true. Sometimes bad ideas are the most fun. This I fear is just gonna be a boring bad idea. But I would like to get like the barest. I've got like an hour-ish, and I would like to get the barest bones version of this working. My hope is that by doing this again, okay, my hope is squashed. So that kind of the question is, can I just go in there? In here, can I just go in here? Is this editable? Can I go in here and edit the SDK version? I don't really look like it. Okay, Windows Target Platform version. So what did I install? I installed what? This version. So can I just do this and act like nothing ever happened? No. Did it like rebuild this when I mean, you know, said that was my. So what do you say? You said you couldn't find this. Retarget solution. This is the file. So like, problem is it kind of seems like it's generating this while I'm. You know what I mean? Like, is it cramming stuff in here? Do not edit. File generated no GIFs configure step. Can I change it? Like, well, that's kind of weird though, you know, like, how come in configuring that it didn't get the right SDK version? Is that number bigger than the number I installed? It looks smaller. It's smaller. So why would it think I should have the older version? What am I supposed to do? I don't know how to use JIP. You're really gonna make me install this other version? There's gotta be a way around that, right? Unless it's like explicitly defined somewhere. It doesn't seem to be explicitly defined. Unless there's some other binding in this file. Right? Like, okay, well, this feels like a potential deep dead end, so I guess like I'll have to download that SDK version, so I don't want to. So what are you telling me? I need this. Why? That's what I asked for. So why don't you send me like older versions? Previous SDK versions? Why are you doing this to me? Oh, this is because I have a Windows 11 version and I should have this Windows 10 version. $19,041. Well, presumably that's good. Another 2 gig. Okay, whatever. Okay. Anyway, meanwhile, so then we want to be able to like have an action that triggers when we think things are cool. So what we probably want to do though then is have a map of actions. Map of string to, what do you call that in here? Do I have to have this? Do I have to? Can I not just say I'm mapping a string to like a Feels like a thing I should be able to do. Is that my whole problem? Capital F. And then I can say, like, how do you add to a map? Set DRM. So whenever we get DRM, we want to do this. So we would do this. We would say, like, hey, we got a match. We know the pattern. We should just make an interface for this, right? Interface. Is that how I want to do interfaces? I'm not good at TypeScript. There'll be a name that's a string, and there'll be a sequence that is a number array. Is that how you do that? I don't think I did that correctly. Well, let's try to spell this better. A number array. Okay. And buffer is just a number array. So, if actions.has pattern.name, actions.get pattern.name, and then run it. So I'm very unhappy with this. Can I invoke an object? I said to get. I can return an undefined. So what are you? But I've already determined it has it, so I know it's there. Slightly annoying that it doesn't recognize that to be true. So, oh yeah, well, how's our install going? It's gonna take the rest of our lives. Anywho, we have our patterns, we have our actions, we have our buffer. Oh, that's awesome. I haven't seen Secret Alive in a while. I appreciate that. What were you doing with Heat? Ooh, awesome. What did you build that in? Okay, so it's like if we have a match, we don't have a match. We're waiting for all eternity. What do we do? Do we just remove that from the... That's weird. Oh, that's why. That's why. I'm doing a bad job. What? Did I break my... You could do yarn run. I thought you could do... Wait, what? Oh, mine's totally in the wrong place. Good grief. Okay. Now? Auto hotkey? I like that. Nothing wrong with that. Definitely had some ideas for some early projects that would just use a microcontroller to just output keyboard presses. I would do that with this to just trigger keyboard presses to go into auto hotkey, but I want bidirectional because I want to light up lights on that thing. And so tentatively MIDI is the point for that. Why is it so slow? Okay, we got a match and we ran a function when something matched. So when that happens, we need to clear the buffer. So anytime there's a match, we want to clear the buffer. I think that's kind of a question. I think we do. I think we want to say, like, when you enter a command, you've like period, end of sentence, and now you're going to enter the next command. Click the Ableton arrangement. So I did make a thing. Gosh, what was that thing called? I can't remember what it was. It was like a Node robot. Basically, it was a way to automate, yeah. So if I remember what I was doing correctly, Kyle talked me out of this, but I think Kyle talked me out of it, maybe not. I was using Node.js to turn heat clicks into real desktop clicks. It is a dangerous choice to make, to let people just arbitrarily click your computer screen. Now, so you needed a way to, were you trying to literally click the Ableton interface directly, or did you have like some intermediate interface that they could click? Oh, I see. You got auto hotkey to do the clicks. I see. Oh, I didn't know you could automate clicks with auto hotkey. Interesting. But you needed a way to bridge. I don't know about auto hotkey. I don't know, it seems like it would work if you like you had auto hotkey talking to heat, like some WebSocket input into auto hotkey. I don't really have much familiarity with auto hotkey. So basically we'll call this anytime there's a key, we'll push some things to the buffer. I think. Problem is like the buffer could just sort of grow forever if you weren't. So I guess we could always trim the buffer. Oh, I see. That's clever. That sounds like a pretty wild approach, but I'm into it. I like it. I like the idea of like putting the pieces, like just have an idea, put a bunch of pieces together. It's basically what I'm doing here. So we just want like, can I hear you? play these? I think we're just going to say 2 loops of that. So this is 60, 62, 64, 65, 66, 67. 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. So we'd want 67. So we need to go. Oops. All right. Can I clear this? Yeah. Melody called morning. Let's start with the empty buffer. And then let's just say push. We push. Push. Push is to the end, I think. So on the user's ID. That's unfortunately a little challenging, actually. Is you and maybe you already found this, but you have to. The user has to. Maybe that's already built in somewhere, or something somebody's working on. With Heat, the user has to opt in to have their ID available to the broadcaster, which is a little weird because you don't have to do that in chat, but you have to like click the Heat icon in the stream and say that you're allowed to be the person. I don't know if you got that far. Or sorry, that you as the broadcaster are allowed to know the real ID of the person. I see. Well, but does it work if... Did you get anyone to try that? Because in theory, if somebody tries that, it should work. Okay, that worked. We got morning. So now we just need freaking MIDI input. And we just need this thing to not be so slow, and we get a MIDI input. Yeah, I don't know. It has always seemed weird to me from the start that they built it that way. That, I mean, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty weird. Because there's not, like, chat's not very anonymous. So it's a little weird that extension participation. I guess there's just, you could imagine that being exploited in some way. Like using extension to scrape user data or something. But everything has to go through Twitch approval. So I don't know, that always felt a little weird. Okay, so I think we wrote code to do the thing. At least like the really basic command handling, but now what? Okay, maybe while we wait for that to install, we'll try to understand the differences between these repositories, because I'm pretty confused. Node Matter, migrate to Matter.js. I guess so, although there's just a billion bots that look at Twitch chat. I mean, I kind of feel like Twitch chat is such a legacy feature of Twitch, and there's so many foundational things. Even though they recently updated to that new API that like really locked a lot of things down, they killed the legacy API. I think earlier this year. Um, I still feel it's like, a lot of the ways Twitch works, especially with chat, are like from another age, from another era. Um, yeah, this is so interesting. Okay, so Matter.js, but Matter.js seems like it just has basically no documentation. Especially it's a bad name because Matter.js already resists. That sucks. Bad naming. Bad naming. Okay, well, Matter was a bad name. Connected Home IP was a dumb name, but at least it's like a thing that was searchable. I really don't quite understand all of the all of these versions, like Matter Node versus Node Matter. Where does Matter.js fit into the picture? I would like just one of them to work. Is that too much to ask? Like, is this... I really don't understand this. Like, how do I add a cluster or an endpoint or whatever they call it, any of this stuff? It just seems like none of it's implemented, I guess. Is that what we're seeing here? Kyle, you're gonna love this. I don't know if you're gonna love it. We're gonna play songs to control my life. So we'll just play little songs, and so I'm just building something that will just recognizes like sequences of MIDI notes, and then we'll execute commands based on those MIDI notes. And then separately, I'm building, stuff that's going to output MIDI, and then separately, I'm hoping to bridge MIDI to like home automation systems like Matter. So there's lots of pieces here. And I was hoping to be able to like hook up a demo version tonight. I feel like we're so flipping close. In fact, Homebridge, anybody? If I show this, am I going to show something that I shouldn't show on stream? It's one of my favorite hobbies. Kyle, how are you? Okay, so we have this like the Homebridge programmable switch installed. And so so these show up as I just don't remember how to hit them. Like, I don't remember how this works. Anyone remember how this works? Right. Okay. So if we do okay, I love to open Postman and have things up that I shouldn't have up. Let's see. Looks a little bit secret. Okay, let's make a new workspace called Matter. We gotta get back to heat. Okay, so we want what? We want to make a new put, and we have to do like put a single press to a certain button. Like this. The button identifier. So we have the accessory identifier, which is the control panel. We have the button identifier, which is button A. And we also have a button B. So if I do this, what happens? Does that work? It seems like it doesn't work. Choose control panel buttons. A. What are you doing? We did a put. We say we support single press. The identifier. Is that a different port or something? And then installed port. Ah, success. It said success. B. Ah, I turned out the lights. A. I didn't do anything. I'm sitting in the dark. Anyone know why that happened? Control panel. A single press of button A should... Oh, I see. Stream. Okay, so if I press button A, why does this seem to not be working? Test this action. So that's a single press of button 1. Test this action. Okay. So why isn't it working when I press button A here? Especially since it seems to work when I press button B. Okay, let's try to install MIDI. You better work. Just work. Why does Windows development suck so much? I'm still in the dark. I'm pressing button A. Button A supports single press. I don't want to restart. Maybe it's already restarting. Is it telling me to restart? Okay, it's restarting. I am in the darkness. Okay, it looks like we have MIDI. That's very cool. So we also need to figure out, like, hello darkness, my old friend. And that's how we're going to turn out the light. So let's just get some MIDI going. Get port count, get port name. Just open port 0. And then an input on callback. I don't have a MIDI keyboard. Uh-oh. What are you mad about? What's wrong with that? Who cares? Who cares if it implicitly has the any type? Is that okay? Why are the lights still turned on? I have add, remove scenes, accessories, stream, done, done. Still in the dark. That works. You know, it says success, and I don't believe it. I feel like it's lying to me. Why does it say success? That's annoying. I feel like this was working okay. If I go here and I say test this action on the button 2, it works. I go here and I do test this action on the light turn on button, it works. Let's try to exit the home app and see. I send a single press to button B. Didn't that work a minute ago? Okay, did this work? Open port. Okay, we probably should list the ports or something. Input. Set up a new input. Const input equals. Can we not like. What is the tiny USB MIDI? Error creating Windows MM MIDI input port. Why? Oh, is it because it's bound over here? Is that a thing in Windows? We can't. I don't know that to be true. It just kind of feels true. Okay. So that's the problem there. But let's not. That's a little annoying, actually, unfortunately, for like if we want to sort of multiplex our MIDI. I'm going to unplug that device and let's get the Pocket MIDI Pal open again. The thing that's going to be very silly is I don't know if we're going to be able to hear. Can I create a virtual output? You know, like can I make a faker? This does say I should be able to pass an in through to an output. I thought you could in this make a like a virtual MIDI port. Seems like a thing I should be able to do, right? MIDI in monitor, MIDI out monitor. MIDI settings. Really? I thought you could do that. Like a virtual piano. Oh, do I have to have virtual piano? To go grab a keyboard? The way to do virtual MIDI ports, do I still have that? used to know how to do this. Why not do virtual ports in Pocket MIDI? I feel like I used to know how to do this. Can monitor. Am I just wrong about this? I really thought that was a thing you could do. I basically want to create a virtual MIDI port. There is a way to do that. What is that called? Maybe I really am just thinking of this app. Loop MIDI, is that it? Do I still have a loop MIDI? Okay, I do. So if I do this, do I connect to web MIDI now? I think I do. So can I send? Okay, getting MIDI notes. Okay, so those are the note. We only want note on messages. We want 144. So if, do we have to split these ourselves? I don't remember. That's not what we're looking at. Okay. Do we get like a packet that says, wait, it does have, this has virtual MIDI port. Oh, it's only, yeah, never mind. I don't think you can do that in Windows. So the message. That's what I want. I want to know the. Okay, they come through as arrays. So 0. Okay, so if $144, then what? Then buffer dot push message 1. So that should stick provided I get it right. All right, this is it. You ready? I'm gonna mess it up. We didn't get a match. What did I do wrong? Oh, we don't check the buffer every time. That's a problem. Kyle! Alright, Piano Man next. What's the next song? Wow! Okay, we matched it and we cleared the buffer. That's good news. So, we can now match little songs. So we also want Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. How do you play that? Oops. Where are we? Oh, something's wrong. Why did we get a match found? Oh, I just had some bad matches in there. That's funny. Okay. We got the match found morning. We clear it. So we want... how do we play this? Hello. So D D. D D E E. Is that right? I don't know, guys. That looks like... Is that D? Oh, E, F. But F, is that flat? U, F, G, A. My old friend. Okay, so D, 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 D. Why can't we see the MIDI out monitor? Binary, how's it going? Binary, the plot thickens. It's even weirder. We'll look in 1 second. It's even weirder. Okay, if I play chopsticks, I burn down the house. Okay. What is it? D, D, F sharp, F sharp? I'm sorry. F flat. No, it's F sharp, F sharp. Is it G flat, G flat? Wait. Marximus Maximus, how's it going? Thanks for the raid. Okay, do. Okay, so this will be our sequence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. So that'll be the turn out the lights sequence. That's wrong. Why? How come that paste did not work? I'm doing okay. I am trying to make it where I can control my house by playing little songs. So I want to turn out the lights by playing Hello Darkness, My Old Friend. And I want to turn on the lights by playing the morning song from Peer Gynt. Thanks. I think it'll be neat if it works. This is definitely just like the very first prototype. We basically got it. So we have the pattern matching, I think. So if I play down here, we can see... we got a match called Darkness. So that is working. Okay, Binary, what's even weirder? Some random dude, my buddy, Im Fucci. It's exactly Im Fauci. He retired. Fauci retired from being an epidemiologist and now works on node libraries. But it's weird. So dude is working on node matter and with seemingly the purpose of saying like, hey, it's a nightmare to develop with. It takes 8 gig of dependencies. I'm just going to write this 500 kilobyte JavaScript library, which I'm like, hey, Dude, you got it. He's working on it. It seems like he's having, and others are having issues with HomeKit's Matter support, which seems to maybe be broken, but will hopefully be better in 16.2, which is supposed to be out this month. But what gets even weirder is it's not referenced anywhere, but if you look at this repository and look at the commits, Matter.js is referenced, like migrating to Matter.js 5 days ago. And if you track down Matter.js, it's in the chip. It's in the chip. It's Chip's GitHub, but it's the dude. So I don't know if his like JavaScript stuff is getting rolled as a library into Project Chip, or if he works for Project Chip and has the whole time. I really don't know. Very confusing. But Matter node, just to make things more confusing, is not the same and is a different project. And I don't think Fucci is involved in that one. Is he? No. It's just Turon. No, it's even more. The chip repo is where everything is. Every language, every platform, everything. The ESP32 one, the SBIP one, is just an even another layer on top where they are having you use their IDF thing to build for ESP32 chips. But if you, like, when you do the crazy nightmare bootstrapping, all that stuff with them, it pulls in all the chip stuff. So all this stuff is still valid. This is what I was trying to get working, because they have what is supposed to be a like totally standalone, totally up-to-date, all good Docker development container, which is a new thing I didn't know about, where it's just like, it's a set of dev dependencies in a Docker container. So what could go wrong? Except it didn't work. And it didn't work after downloading like 8 gigs of dependencies. And so I'm just gonna give up on chip and throw it away and just hope that that home library, or that Matter node library works. And what I was just trying to do is get, for now, just like as a quick and dirty test, because I'm short on time, unfortunately it's Node. I like Node. I mean, of all terrible ways I could write something, I really don't mind Node. Especially because I can write it in TypeScript, and TypeScript is okay. Well, I mean, the nice thing about that from my perspective is it will run just fine on this $5 Raspberry Pi Zero. Or sorry, this is the Wi-Fi version. So this is what, $10, $15? So it's true. I mean, yes, I am. I'm going to end up with Pi in the boxes. Wait, Marximus, I missed your message. Oh no. It's called yak shaving. You've been shaving the yak of working on the installer? Oh yes, total yak shave. Yes, you recognize it. Hey, as long as you know you're yak shaving, it's okay. Homebridge is okay. It's got some cool plugins. Sticking pies places? Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind it so much. It's annoying that it has to be a whole Linux environment for sure. But if I'm also doing like MIDI processing and stuff, which would have sucked, by the way, with the ESP stuff. I got them working as MIDI clients, but MIDI hosts is not even really supported. And so that would have been a whole nother. Yeah, I think it'll work for the MIDI bridge. So that guy's just going to be, I've decided, a Pico, basically. It probably will be a different footprint, but just the Raspberry Pi microcontroller, because it's just going to send MIDI. Yeah, well, I did get this. I did get the whatever the thing is called, the tiny M3, but it costs too much. But I mean, at some point, somebody's going to have a good Arduino library for all of this, right? Like at some point, there's going to be an Arduino library that works, and we can get back to that for the SBIF stuff. But it's all a sad story. But the little Raspberry Pi 2040 based chips, which are showing up everywhere now. I feel like I just blinked and suddenly, I don't know, it's like it's the only chip immune to supply chain issues. I haven't even gotten it running yet. I didn't even try it yet. I believe so. I think he's not doing, I think he's just doing IP based commissioning, not doing the Bluetooth stuff. So maybe you get a QR code, or maybe it just finds it on the network, because I think it like yells over UDP, "Hey, check me out," or MDNS or something. So I haven't tried it because I was reading that there are issues with iOS 16.1. So even if I got it to work, it wouldn't work, basically. This is not working, which is weird because this was working. The switch. Okay, I have to leave soon, but I really would like to get this to work. So in home, leave home, press this button, test this action, turns out the light. Single press on this button, test this action, turns on streaming. So is my programmable switch messed up? Am I sending the packets incorrectly? Like, what am I doing wrong? We're sending single press to button B, which should be lights out. It says success. I disagree. Is like everything just broken with HomeKit now? Did they break a bunch of stuff? I wonder, I guess it's a possibility. Maybe they did break a bunch of stuff. 1.0.3. I have what appears to be the latest version of this. It hasn't been updated in a year. I presumably don't have the latest version of Homebridge. How do I know? Okay, there is an update. Can I just do this, or do I have to update my... Will this actually work? Like update this inside the container? Where's 1.6.0? Hap. Okay, well, one plugin's out of date. Oh no, what plugin? Let's update it. Let's do it. So anyway, yeah, the idea will be to try to get this going for now with Homebridge running elsewhere, and then I'll start to slowly set up the Pi, and I guess maybe I'll just initially have the Pi running a Homebridge instance. And then it will, in theory, not be too difficult to... I've never written a Homebridge plugin, so I can either write a plugin or I can just use this HTTP endpoint plugin, I guess, and just hit myself. Okay, so accessories. These are my buttons. They seem like they don't work. I'm talking to lights. Why are these broken? I hope my I hope this plugin didn't break with new... You know what, actually? Matter.js to Homebridge. I'm sure somebody already is working on it, right? Probably. Like, if they do, then does Homebridge even need to exist anymore? Or is it just Matter and it just will show up? I mean, it still obviously has to exist, but as a, like, fake HomeKit device? The thing that's a bummer about Matter.js is Matter.js is already a thing. It's already a physics library, so it's already hard to search for. What's my problem? We have a button A, single press. I feel like I had all this working. So I guess we can try a get, which should give us... Okay, let's try get. Man, I had to go so soon. I just want this to work. We're so close. I feel like we're so close. I think that's extra weird. Is it like... Oh, yeah. Is it this? So we have button A that supports single press. So that's identifier. We're sending single press to that. So single press to button B. What is really weird is it acts like it works. It's like, cool. But the other thing that is highly, highly suspect is that in here, these buttons don't seem to do anything. Like that stuff's working, but this stuff is not. It's a stateless programmable switch. That's too bad. I feel like we're so freaking close, but we just can't talk to Homebridge to... You're not HomeKit certified. We see all these accessories. I wonder if I have to like... Yeah, it's very suspicious that... If I do button 2, test this action. Test this action. So it's like it's just not getting these. So what do we do? That would be unfortunate if this broke like in the last 2 weeks or whatever since I am I the only person on earth that uses this? It seems like it hasn't been touched in 2 years, and I mean, there's certainly other things we could do, but that's too bad. I guess we could write a Homebridge plugin. Oh man, we were so close. We were so close to Hello Darknessing. I don't have any bright ideas to quickly fix this. Settings. Sure, support it all. It's pretty silly that you have to restart Homebridge anytime you do anything at all. All right, I'm gonna try deleting these actions and recreating them. I don't have a great deal of faith. This should now show that they support all of those things, although actually in the application it's not showing that. Funny. Okay, well, we're gonna say single press add. We will do, say stream, test this action, and we will say single press here will be leave home, test this action, test this action. So it's working, quote unquote, working in Homebridge. But it just feels like we're not actually actually working. The thing that's really annoying is it says success. The other thing that's really annoying is I feel like when we first... Okay, did that actually work? Okay. We may be able to do this yet. So now we need to do a fetch and node. I can't remember. Is there like straight up real fetch and node, or do you have to have a module? I can't remember. So if we said that whenever we play morning, oops. I really don't like this API very much. I really don't remember how to do this. I do like a method put and like body. That's how you do this. This needs to be just straight up string. Oopsie. What are you mad about? Do I have to It was just built in. That was the module though, but I thought that I thought it got added. But okay, my version of Node too old or something? Did I probably have 16? Okay, it was added in 17. So okay. Now are you happy? So that is if we had morning, and this is if we have darkness. I need some consts. This is terrible. We put what are you mad about? What? Excuse me? What are you talking about? Okay, what's wrong? Oh. What? Version of Node Fetch is that? It says that it is a... But I can't... require... What are you talking about? Why do you suddenly hate this? Is that what you're talking about? What are you talking about? Is that... Am I just wrong here? I just seem to want this. But are you telling me that you are... that I can't do this? I don't know what's... I don't know what it's mad at. That's where I messed up. Should I just be doing all this with Chat GPT? What are you talking about? TS config. Oh, I would have to downgrade. That's node 19. So should I just, you tell me I should choose an older version of node fetch? Okay, that's fine. Great. Well, that would be so good if all the... Is that why it was saying success even though it didn't actually like turn the lights on? It was just a chatbot lying to me. I like this nightmare dystopia you've imagined. Okay, what? So now do we do this? Oh, I typed the note wrong. It said hello darkness. Why didn't it work? Probably supposed to await that, huh? Oops. Computer hurt my feelings. Why did we get a 400 error? Method is put. It's out as text. 400 error. buttons. Accessories, control panel, buttons, B. Reposted. Good morning. We got a bad request. Okay. What am I forgetting about this request? So Bat's body. What am I forgetting? This. I don't feel like the problem. What's really the problem? We got headers. Is it mad about something about the parsing of this? Bad request. Bad request. We need to fetch. It's not how you do this. Fetch method is put. That's where we're fetching, right? Is this true? Any other headers or anything? We're pushing. Oh wait, I'm pushing the wrong thing. Pushing their response. Really me. I mean, that would return a 400 here. Is that okay? We did it! How fun. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Oops. How exciting. I'm so excited. Ah, thanks. Okay, well, we have the basic roughest foundation of this, but I think it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty freaking funny. Cool. Well, great. Okay, I really have to go. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I really appreciate it. Mathtronic, thanks for coming by. Binary, lovely to see you as always. Same goes for Kyle. Marximus Maximus, thanks for the raid. I really need to build something that just like keeps a log of everybody, but I do appreciate it. Very grateful for you for stopping by. So can you hear this? Can you hear this music when I do this? Okay, yes, I see it. And that way it looks kind of loud. Sorry about that. Is that super loud? Okay, friends, I appreciate it. We will pick up soon. We got a lot of stuff to do this week, but we'll work on this one. Okay, thanks everybody.